I'm just an ordinary consumer, Dr. Mshava. So I'm going to speak like one. So as a consumer, my indicators about faith in the currency is shown by what government does. If government does not accept duty in ZiG, or the payment for fuel in ZiG, I have got a question. I know Mr. Guvamatanga said it's a journey, but I want to see government and the Reserve Bank taking the first step, and not in terms of the economics of explaining to us how it works, because we have heard that before. So it's all okay, and I do trust the governor, I know him well. I do trust the PEMSEC, I know him well. But do I trust policy as a consumer? The answer is no.
No, I just wanted to support the governor's response to Dr. Mashakada. And obviously the calls that we have also seen on social media to say that if this currency does not buy fuel or does not pay for a passport, then it's not a strong currency, or then it's not a usable currency. I think we just need to go back to the journey that resulted in us using a multi-currency system. It was an agreed position between government and industry. And that's why industry is also using US dollar as we speak today, because there was an agreement. But more importantly, what we have done with the currency today is one major milestone towards de-dollarization. We have not de-dollarized as yet, Dr. Mashakada. Because what you are calling for action we should be taking in a fully de-dollarized environment. This is one milestone that we have taken. And the journey takes up to 2030. So that within that journey, there will be a point where fuel will be fully sold in ZiG, along the journey. Within that journey, there will be a point where all duties will be payable in ZiG, not even 50%. Within that journey, there will be a point where all government, ministries, departments, and agencies are actually forced to accept both currencies. In fact, we are going to be forcing them very soon within that journey. It might be actually tomorrow. We are working on a circular to all government, ministries, departments, and agencies that they cannot insist on payment in US dollars. They can't insist. So that's the instruction when I go back to the office that I'm going to be sending to most ministries, departments, and agencies. So that mischief is actually, but it's part of the journey. But we cannot call for action today which indicates that we have de-dollarized. We have not de-dollarized. We are still in a multi-currency system. It is a journey. What we have done over the course of the past 2 months is that the governor has reiterated that he wants to create a strong and stable currency. But within the plan, certain actions will be taken. Let me address some of the issues that might pertain to government. Since the coming in of the Second Republic, Treasury has not borrowed even one single dollar from the Reserve Bank. Never, ever. The Central Bank has never printed money on account of government. Right? So we have never paid the contractors, whether for roads, for dams, or salaries for civil servants on borrowed money or even on an overdraft. We simply operate a very strict cash budget. And we only use revenues raised from taxes to support government programs. And the governor is very right. It is legislated But if you remember, Honorable Mashagada, it was during your time with Parliament. Previously, the law said that we could borrow as government up to a maximum of 20% of previous year's revenues. When we came in as the Second Republic, we lowered that to 5%. Suffice to say, we have never borrowed even on that 5%. But we even reduced it to say, no, 20% is too much. That's what was creating problems for us in the past. We reduced it to 5%, but even that 5%, we have never borrowed, and we don't intend to cause any problems for Governor Mushayabadu by going back to borrow even on that 5%.